Hello, my lively eagles. Today we are going to be doing a Ming Dynasty style vase. So by now you've already watched the introduction to the Ming Dynasty and the vases. So the only thing you need is a piece of paper, scissors, pencil, and you can use either a blue marker or a blue crayon. Either one will work perfectly for this. We're going to create a gorgeous blue and white vase. We're going to be talking about the Ming Dynasty vases. So as I've shown you, you're going to be drawing the vase shape. But first, let's figure out what kind of vase shape you like. This would be sort of traditional. You have the opening at the top for the flowers, then you have a wide body, and then it tapers down or gets smaller at the bottom for the base. So when you draw it, it'll look like this one, or like this one. There are other shapes also. This one, as you can tell at the opening, it gets skinny for the neck, then it has a bigger body, and then it tapers down and flares out or comes back out at the bottom where the foot is. This is what it would look like as a drawing. You can see it has a smaller neck and then it goes back out to get large. You also have the bottle shape. So you have the opening at the top, which is fairly skinny, and then the shape of the vase is straight down, very narrow, almost like a glass bottle. Similar to this one. You also have unusual shapes. For instance, this one is actually a square shape, but you see how it has a smaller neck and a wider body? And it has points or more angular, it's not as curved looking. Here's another one with a very skinny neck and a very bulbous, a very large body. We're going to go back through the exact same vases and let's look at the designs they have. So as you can see, this one has a Chinese dragon on it. But also at the very bottom, do you see the design? It's just a repeating, basically, rectangle going around. And at the very top, it looks like a repeating cloud going across the band at the top. So whatever you choose, whichever design or pattern you choose, you can incorporate it in your vase. Like this one. You can see the repeating pattern down at the bottom and at the top, with the picture of the fish in the middle. In this one has a vine at the bottom, very fancy. If you would like to put a lid on your vase, you can, but I'm going to be honest, adding it after you've already cut it out can be very tricky. So as you can tell, this is just a repeating pattern. There's no story, there's no animals or people. It's just repeating around and around and around. The top, the middle, and the bottom have the same pattern that repeats side to side. Here's one that doesn't have a pattern on the bottom, but it does have a beautiful vine with flowers at the top. The bottle you see has the vine, has a pattern at the bottom, and it also has like a little picture at the top as well as in the middle of the man on the boat. I like this one because the pattern is simple on the bottom, just some vertical lines and triangles, and on the top they have a beautiful water lily and a fancy design. You can keep it simple or you can make it as detailed as you want. This one has a lot of details on each of the sides. It has almost a picture frame going around. If you want to get that detailed, it's your vase. I want you to design what you like. This one looks like it has feathers at the very top, and then the vine. This one's very beautiful with a different pattern on the top and on the bottom. If you want to have the same pattern on the top and the bottom, you can have the same. It's up to you, whatever you like. So now that you've looked at the different types of vases, let's work on making our vase. So you're going to take your paper, again, vertical up and down so it's long and skinny, fold it in half. and we're going to keep it folded. So if you think back to the vases you saw, you have the top, the middle, and the foot or the base. Some of them have a neck that gets skinny. Some of them get really bulbous or really large in the body. Some of them, well, you can come up with your own if you want. The key is not to touch the sides. When you draw it, you're going to go from the top to the bottom. Don't bounce from side to side. So what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to have fun with it. So I think I'm just going to skinny, large, and maybe come back out. So do you see how I'm sort of close, maybe a little too close, but I'm not touching the sides. I'm only touching the top to the bottom. Now when I open it up, it's going to be mirrored. It's going to be the same thing. If you mess up, do not flip it on the back. Do not flip it on the back. So I think I'm going to cut it out now. So I keep it folded because I'm going to cut both papers at the same time. Very carefully, I stay on the line. And I'm cutting out both sides at the same time. So when you open it up, you have a vase. Now I have a choice. My vase can be like this if I like that, or it could be like this. Ooh. I think I like it like this. But you know what? I also had some more fun. I drew more just because I don't know what they're going to turn out to look like. I'm going to have fun and just cut. This one is just an S curve because it looks kind of like the letter S. So I open it up. Oh, I like that shape too. I think I like it best like this. So when you draw the shape of your vase, it will not be wrong. It doesn't matter what shape, what design, not design, but what shape your vase ends up having, because you can always make it beautiful. So open this one. So it's sort of similar to this one, but as you can tell, they're not exactly the same. Interesting. So now I know it's not fair because you only have one paper, or maybe you're at the house and you do have two. I'm going to use the first one I did. I just wanted to show you that you can make different vases and they all turn out different and they're all the right ones. So now you're going to find a blue crayon or a blue marker. I'll let you choose the blue crayon or the blue marker. And if you have more than one blue, that's okay. You just pick whichever one blue that you like. I think I'm going to do dark just so you can see it better on the video. So the first thing I want to do is make a band around my vase. So I'm going to make a stripe here, just like that. So that way I can put a design here and a design here, my picture here, then at the base, I think I'm going to have a band at the bottom. So my design is going to go at the top and at the bottom. Now I can do shapes. I can do triangles and circles and squares, rectangles, diamonds, hearts, stars, or I can do flowers or anything that you can think of. I can even do stripes, just lines or polka dots. You can come up with whatever design you want for the top and the bottom. I think I'm going to do that first, then we'll work on the picture in the middle. if you notice, on the edges, I have my hearts cut off. It's like they go around the vase, but you just can't see it. So in art, that actually is very good if it gets cut off on the edges. So now, what am I going to put in the middle? I could do something beautiful, like nature with flowers and birds. I could do mythological, like dragons. Or I could just do a design if I want to do a design. I want you to come up with your own design. I'm not going to show you mine because I don't want you to copy me. I want you to come up with your own idea. So you finish your vase, then I'll show you my vase. So just have fun. Whatever creativity that you can think of, whatever you like right now, it doesn't have to be Chinese, but anything that you want to do would be beautiful. So I didn't want to show you how I made mine because I want you to make your own design. Mine is fairly simple, just a bunch of connected spirals. So you create your own design and make yours beautiful.